Those can
Devin,
come.
are you live or no?
We're about to be. It's preparing.
Cool.
Now.
So every damn, how many miles would you expect that to be?
I have no idea yet. All right, looks like we're live here. Welcome to the Vertigo Party stream. We're back again. Welcome. I'm here with Noah.
Hey everybody, happy Saturday.
And we've got Julie running out there on the trails, so we're joined by her as well virtually.
Right.
Awesome. So welcome for all of you participating. We'll give you guys a second to jump into the chat room here. Feel free to comment. Let us know how your week is going. And if you can hear us okay, that would be great. We're going to be live for about an hour here. So if you guys have questions for us or want to jump in the chat with us, please reach out. We can send you the link. And yeah, we'll kind of kick things off. How's your week going, Noah?
Good. Yeah, we got some good news this week. So it kind of hopefully maybe turned a corner for us, I think.
What is that good news that you speak of?
The good news, yeah, we're going to have our first Insomniac night race in person. So what is it, 28th, 29th, and 30th of August, right? Or 27th, 28th, whatever that weekend is.
28th
rides as well.
28th, 29th, and 30th. We will be in person for the postponed Sinister night rides and runs. So good thing we postponed it, I guess. We unfortunately had to lose a few of our earlier races, including Vertigo, which should be happening right now as we speak. We didn't feel like we could pull it off in 2 days, having Vertigo happen in person, unfortunately. But you never know. If we happen to lose more events this fall, we might bring back some of the Insomniac that we missed this summer. We're not quite sure yet. So
it might have been the hottest Vertigo, huh? It's got to be up there.
For those of you virtually in Phoenix running right now, man. Well,
like we had the race.
117 yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
And I think it was just 113 right now. I went running this afternoon out near Wickenburg, and it was hot. I just did a little over 3 miles, and I'm struggling right now a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think I hydrated very well.
What's the Wickenburg elevation? You know, any idea up there? It's gotta be a little bit higher.
It might be like 2,000. It's probably like going to North Scottsdale. It's pretty flat drive out. It's about an hour drive from the office here, but
so it's still
hot. And there's like a creek that runs right through there. I think it's the Hasayampa River. And I mean, it was a little trickle. There was actually a deer that I saw, which was pretty cool, just running around there.
Wow.
Yeah, it was alive still. Yeah. No, but I was we're launching a new virtual race this fall. It starts September 1st. It's called Every Damn Street, Every Damn Trail. And so I was doing the Every Damn Trail version. So you basically pick a park. It could be a mountain trail system or something near you. So I'm trying to click off all the Maricopa County regional parks. And I started with the smallest one. I think it's their newest one too. But there was about 3 miles of trail in the entire park. So I was able to knock it out in, I think, 55 minutes. And there's like, you have to hit every single little trail there. So I had to do a couple little out and backs here and there. But in the bigger parks, you might have to do a mile out and back. Whereas here, I think the biggest one was 0.2 of a mile.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
So
how many parks are there now in the regional park system?
And maybe 10. There's a new one out by Wickenburg, kind of near the one I went to. I think it's not developed yet, but they have a master plan for it. I don't think they have the funding yet to actually build trails and facilities. I think it's going to be the largest in terms of acreage. It's called Vulture Mountain.
Yeah.
So maybe in 10 years or 15 years, they'll have something built out that way. I'm not sure.
Well, that's the one we want to connect Vulture to Lake Pleasant to Cave Creek, right? I
think they're going to, Maricopa Trail.
Yeah,
I think
that'd be cool.
They're going to build a new piece of the Maricopa Trail, I think, to connect it. Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome. We
sounds
got
like
some
a fun
people in
event.
the chat room. Graham Youngblood, Lone Mountain was great. Thank you. Awesome. He participated in that one. Josh R. Jay, congrats on crushing the 3 hour and the 100-mile bike. So got some bikers in the house tonight too. Graham is here.
Graham, which Graham?
Graham Felsenthal. You know him.
Yeah. I saw
We got a couple Grahams in the chat room tonight.
That was Graham's longest run to date, I think, right? Every time he runs now, it's his longest run.
Yep.
I think it was, what was it, this 119? Yeah. 119K.
Didn't we have one that was a little bit longer so far, possibly?
Oh, maybe I don't know. Did we? Maybe that was adrenaline, because that has 6 distances.
Yeah, it probably was. But then we're gearing up for Hangover, which is going to be the biggest. So
It's a 100-miler, right?
Yeah. Well, technically, actually, yeah, I forgot about that, because we were going to do, we've already done the Sinister virtual, right? So we actually, yeah. So the rescheduled Sinister night runs won't have a virtual component in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
We were thinking that we would be live casting and having to do a double thing, but we won't.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
We might do a live stream, maybe just from the event itself, but
I think that'd be cool.
We don't have to double up on this one, but for Hangover, that one will coincide. There will be a virtual version and an in-person version.
That's good news. We like it.
So we, you said we have some guests that are going to be joining us a little bit later tonight, Noah?
Hopefully, yeah. We, I think Alfredo, I'm not sure if he goes by Fred or Alfredo. He's been posting a lot with us, and he's run all summer with us, the whole series. I think every Dawnbreaker too. He posts a ton, so he was going to come on. And then Chris Warden said he would stop by, and I was trying to get Devin Yanko, who was like just dominating every race this summer. So she was going to try to come on. She said they might have a power issue in California because it's been hot there, and they're worried about blackouts or something. But
let me check on we lost our runner feed real quick. Let me check on that.
Okay. But yeah, if anybody else wants to jump on, we can send you a link. You can stay on for 5 minutes, tell us about your run, or just talk about other people's runs. Let's see, we've got, let's see how many people have finished the Dawnbreaker now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like Graham and Midnight Tenenbaum did theirs in one fell swoop. I think I saw Midnight's last week. Or earlier this week. Yeah, it was a Twitter link. And she did it all. Let me see. Yeah. Not sure how long that took, but I know Graham's getting after it. Midnight starts, no less. I lost it. And I think we had 2 people finish the Rides 100-miler. I think I saw Art was on there again. Let's look at it. Art's been doing his outdoors, I think. God. Sorry. Trying to find my result. Yeah, Art did his. Looks like 6.5 hours. I can't get the link to load. And then Jay, 5.5 hours for 100 miles. Pretty darn fast. Let's see here. Let's see. Looks like he did his on a trainer out in France. Very nice. A lot of climbing too. Nice job. 3,600. Cool. Then we had, I want to look at Grant's here. We'll get Jamil. Once he gets his, he can pull him up on the screen so you guys can see him too. But Graham has been doing his in the, what's this, like Eureka. And we had some climbing too. Nice smooth trail in that picture, Graham. Beautiful. What else we got? A couple super fast 6Ks. Monica came back. She's down in Panama. It's pretty cool. What else? Yeah, another thing on the Every Damn Street was, Jamil mentioned he was doing the regional parks for trails. Another, like zip codes is another one, kind of like Ricky Gates, like we mentioned. If you saw the newsletter or email or the announcements, he did all of San Francisco, which was a pretty stout undertaking for him. But zip codes in town, in your city or town, is kind of a cool thing. And sorry, got a crying kid here. But yeah, the whole zip code. So if you can do that, I think Chris Warden was working on his. I think he might have been right near Old Town Scottsdale. If you're in town here, but now it's going to be, sorry, I'm just trying to find the link here. I think we lost Jamil. There we go. Sorry, I couldn't get my Strava to load there. All right. I'll look at a couple more before Jamil gets back. So we got Oliver, who is running in, so he ran the last 6 days, just hit the 50K mark. Big race coming up this weekend. Oh, I wonder if he's got an actual race, because he is, I believe, in Norway, maybe. He's run with
I
us.
gave you the ability to share your screen, Noah.
Yeah, I figured you could pull him up. I was just trying to, I think Oliver's in Norway, if I recall.
What do you want me to pull up?
I was just looking at some of the results of some of the people, and on his thing, he says he has a big race coming up over the weekend. I wonder if he's got an in-person race, or maybe he's in Switzerland. Yeah. I was looking at the 6K Oliver, and then I was looking at some of the Dawnbreaker people. Is the run feed done? Or the on-course feed, I should say.
Oh, no. Okay. I don't know if this is going to work. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Oh, great. Wonderful. All right. So here's our some of our results. Which ones were you looking at?
I was just clicking on Oliver just because he's run with us, I think, the whole series, and I was trying to figure out where he was. I think he's in Switzerland, but on that when you look at that activity, he says he's got a big race this weekend. I was just curious if they're in-person racing or.
Gotcha. Yeah, Zurich.
Yeah. It's cool.
He's got his medal.
Nice.
You can see that photo down there. I can't make it bigger for some reason. There we go. Kind of.
There it is.
Got all the way to Switzerland. Looks like he'll be getting an award sent to him as well.
I know. Right now, he looks like he's got it.
Oops. Where is our screen? Oh dear. Nope. Let's see. Looking for our results again.
Vertigo virtual results, or
Yeah, where do you want me to go?
yeah, or you can go. Yeah, we can check that out. Couple
Yeah, I
hundred
couldn't.
mile.
I was trying to restart the computer that had our awesome remote stream had automatically restarted for some reason, and then the mouse wasn't working. So that's great.
Okay.
So 119K was our longest distance for that one. So I'm going to pull this back up again. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Cool.
24,
Yeah, I see.
24 minutes for 5K. 6K, sorry.
Yeah,
Nate McBride did more than one here.
Yeah, he had a good week. Looks like right now.
Devin had some competition, looks like. Kristen ran a little bit quicker this time around.
Huh?
Nate McBride, did he go for all of them?
Yeah, he's done the whole summer series, actually, I think.
Nice.
Pretty sure he's done all of Dawnbreaker. He was saying they're doing 100 in October. Not sure where, but he's from Massachusetts or lives in Massachusetts.
Okay. Yep.
He was leading the 50K. I don't know if he's still
31K. He's got that one as well.
Yeah, he had a good week.
Oh, he got bested for the 50K, looks like.
Oh, actually, Greg ran with him. That's right. They ran it together.
Oh, man. 1 minute difference, or not even 30-second difference. Someone didn't stop their watch-in time.
Hilarious.
That's cool. That's great. They're getting out there.
Yeah, they did like some sort of out and back situation.
Oh, wow. So it's probably like a rails to trails, maybe straight line.
Yeah.
Or canal path, maybe.
It looks like it's got a little. Well, I guess it's a pretty small climb. It's like 60 feet or something. Looks like a lot.
Yeah, it could just be. Maybe that's like an underpass on a road. Maybe not.
Oh, yeah. He did say they had a bunch of tunnels and stuff because they said their watches weren't collecting properly or something. But it's cool.
Nice.
And then I saw there's a couple 100-mile bike riders.
They were just going back and forth, it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, God. What am I doing here? Technology. And then, yeah, Dawnbreaker, there he's got all of his different links. Oh, this one, wow. I guess maybe people are still out there doing them, but it's a tough one to get through. Oh, man, there's Graham's.
Yeah.
It looks like, so in the parentheses, that's the running time versus stop time. So, man, he had quite a bit of breaks this time around.
Yeah, I think he still started at midnight too, which is always impressive.
Yep. There's his very typical course, running in the water, running along the water, and in the hills, on the streets, all over.
Looks like quite a bit of trail that time.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then bike stuff, we've got just 3 in the 3 hour. I know Travis just signed up for in-person Sinister coming up. So these are probably serving us some good training rides. Nice. Got a couple in the 6 hour, 150 miles in the 6 hour. Dang. See what that's all about.
Nice.
I wonder if that was
holy.
Is that on a trainer probably? guessing.
Must be, right? With that. 150. Very nice.
Legit. 100 mile, got 2.
Yeah, Jay's was on a train. I was trying to get Arts to link. I'm not sure.
Sure. Trainer, but on this is the virtual course he rode, maybe?
Yeah, like in France. It's pretty cool.
Who knows if it's real or not anymore? You can just make it up.
I know the last race I was like validating people's times, and a couple of them were showing up in this tiny South Pacific island. And I was like, where is this? Is somebody actually living here and doing this? And then a couple of them showed up. I was like, oh, this must be some sort of saved course or something. Yeah, did Arts not load?
No, I think it was behind the block.
He does it every time too with us.
Yeah.
I just can't remember if he does it indoor or outdoor, but you want to check some hashtags and social media action?
Yep. Let's see what we can get here. All right, we got Aravaipa Insomniac pulled up here. We'll go reverse it a little bit. Fred Ultra, he's got, looks like a bunch of, Helix got all the swag there.
Yeah, so this is the guy that was going to come on potentially. He's got Superstition. That's cool.
So yeah, it looks like you can see all of his, he's got like all the awards here. He's got Aravaipa Strong, Limitless. He's got the first half of the series, looks like, for Insomniac, and then he's got the Summertime Binge. So
it's awesome.
Making the most of the quarantine time here. Let's see, how soon are these? Hong Kong, July 20th. We need to go a little bit sooner than this.
Yeah, he did the Dawnbreaker in Hong Kong, I think.
Here we go, August 3rd. 7 days until Vertigo. So it looks like they got their stuff and they're getting ready. Is that, that's one of our towels. That looks really good. That looks awesome.
Oh yeah, that is cool.
And here's a nice picture of the Possessed buckle holder. For those that got this one, it's pretty rad. I'm pretty sure we lost a lot of money doing this, but it was a lot of fun. Like shipping these huge packages all over the place.
Totally.
But yeah, really, really cool. Like it's just such an achievement to go after this through the summer, staying motivated to do it when there's not really races going on. You're kind of just out there on your own. So we really wanted to do something special, and hopefully this earning these Possessed plaques and everything and buckles was all worth it at the end of the day.
Yeah, they do look great. And so it was Hypnosis, Jamil. It was 128K. Hypnosis
That's right.
Was bigger, yeah.
That's right.
Masks are now mandatory everywhere. So are they like going backwards in Hong Kong, I wonder?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Have you run that trail?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know specifically which one that is, but I've done quite a few in Hong Kong. There's actually a really cool challenge, the Hong Kong 4 trails. It's like the 4 major point-to-point hiking trails in Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a pretty interesting place. You've got not only like massive cities and skyscrapers, but you've got mountains and trails scattered all throughout. It's pretty sweet.
It looks awesome.
Is this our video? Yeah. Oh, there we go. It's giving you a nice little view here.
Wow. That's wild looking.
Just like, what in the world? Love this. Just like, yeah, man, those buildings are so big.
Yeah, they're just stacked like right. That's just crazy looking.
Just like
fake.
Like Sim City. They're just carbon copy, and they're massive. They're like, I mean, those are probably like 50 to 70 story skyscrapers, just all piled on top of one another. Right? They're like as tall as the mountains.
It's wild. Pretty cool.
We got Mandalion 28 here, getting looks like all prepped up at the start of it. And here we go. We got people clicking them off. Got a hot dog over the 31K. Love that.
Cool. I think he must still be out there. I don't think I saw his name on the list. That's good.
Got Fred sharing. Looks like a nice sunset there. Or I guess it could be sunrise. There's another Hong Kong one. It's cool at night too. I think it's even cooler at night out there with all the buildings and cities lit up.
It's pretty wild.
Mandelion sharing. And here's one of our bikers, looks like 100-mile bike from 4 days ago, earlier this week.
Oh.
Looks like training for an Ironman, trying to stay in shape. And looks like this is the after. Oh, halfway through. Nice.
Uncrustable.
Fred, there we go, doing a summit out at Skyline Regional Park. Have you been out there, Noah?
I still have not been to Skyline, no.
It's awesome.
It's cool.
It's really cool. A lot of summits out there to be had. If you guys didn't know, just a quick plug, we do have a Vertigo playlist on Spotify. All you have to do is search for Aeroviper Running on there, and we put together a custom mix just for you guys to listen to while you're out there.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, loving this. Oh man, look at this. It's like a stick bug. Loving this content from Matt in Hong Kong. Really cool.
There she is. She finished.
Yep, 100 miles in 5:58, squeaked in under that 6 hours.
So did she put that in the results?
I don't know. Man, look at that bike. That's wild.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Dang.
Then did the run too, so did the double down.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, here's Victor. He's doing the Dawnbreaker, sharing his journey along the way. Jen Woo Woo from Kentucky, Vertigo 52K, finished it off, looks like. Looks like did some night running out there.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we got to watch this.
Is this Aaron?
Oh, is it?
Double A, yeah. Scary start. Wild horses. Can you hear that?
Barely. Where is he?
I think he's down by the salt. Oh, it says this is doing the Maricopa Trail. It says the Salt River. It's near Red Mountain.
Oh yeah, because there's the
There's the wild horses. 3 hours.
He's doing the whole Maricopa Trail?
He's trying to knock off pieces of it during this challenge. I'm not sure where he's at. You have to get him on next time.
Hey, Ron.
Double A Ron.
There's some cool bugs.
Man, Hong Kong's got the wildlife going on here.
What is that thing in the top left?
I don't know.
It's like a bat moth thing.
In the lower left, that is a crazy looking bug centipede thing.
That's pretty cool.
Look at that skyline too. It's so cool.
And the race you did was going around that area, or did you completely leave Hong Kong?
No,
like, we were. See the skyline?
Oh yeah. No, at nighttime you totally pop out and you're like seeing like skyscrapers everywhere. The start of it is actually kind of away from the city. You're running along these beaches and up and down these huge staircases, little tiny villages. And then as you make your way across, like kind of in the middle of the race, you hit the major city sections.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he was on the mainland or he might have been on Hong Kong Island, which also has a trail that overlooks a bunch of skyscrapers. I can't quite tell.
Yeah, because that race you did, you ran across the beach too, didn't you? I think I remember seeing it.
Yeah, like the first few sections are along the beach and then these reservoirs.
It's cool.
This is a nice view here.
Tahoe
Rim Trail.
Oh, okay, nice. Right, getting out of Phoenix.
Meet your girl, running out at Usury. Early morning looks like. Half marathon.
Cool.
Thanks for sharing. Showing off the medal there. Mandelion, she joined us last time, didn't she? On the live stream.
Yeah, I can't remember what her actual name is. But yeah.
Fred. Getting it done. Here's Graham. Let's see. It looks like, oh, here's kind of his race report from this year, from this one. So if you guys are just joining or haven't heard of Graham before, he's been running all of the Dawnbreakers, but doing them all as one single run, which is not required. It's not what we really necessarily even set out for people to do. We thought people would run it over the course of the week, but Graham decided to do them all at once. And some of them are his longest runs ever. So he says here, 74 miles, Insomniac, Vertigo. I started at midnight again, then struggled early. I was exhausted and got cold, but got to run 10K with my wife and kids, who took care of me, got me warmed up and back outside. My ankle swelled with some unexpected strain around mile 40, but then legs felt great later. Walked a bit more than usual. Covered every trail in the Arcata Community Forest, every trail in the Arcata Marsh, and the rail trail through town. So it looks like he did every damn trail Arcata.
Nice.
And his 8 and 10-year-olds ran the 10K at 4:30 a.m. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, that's cool. Yeah, there it is. See that everyday trail? I got your number.
Sinister, here I come. Or maybe we didn't. Did we postpone Sinister? Maybe I'm clearly not knowing what's going on right now. Did we officially? I think maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we did officially postpone it. Sorry, guys. I've been out of town doing something called the Colorado Trail lately. A little bit out of the loop. Yeah, I could be wrong.
Yeah, now you're making me wonder too.
I think I screwed it up earlier. I think it is coming up. Yeah, Sinister Virtual. My bad. We haven't done Sinister Virtual yet, so we are going to do a double live stream coming up in 2 weeks, which will be awesome. We'll have the virtual runs going on, and then the actual runs also going on the 29th. So, and the 30th. So we'll have 2 nights of it that will coincide, which will be great. Excuse me for that.
That's right, because we're people that are doing the Dawnbreaker. It's a lot of miles in 2 weeks. Now I remember what you're talking about.
Exactly. Yeah, this is a tough push, because if you did that this week, you've got like 1 week off, and then you've got to get back on the horse, so to speak. Potsy out at White Tank Mountain Regional Park, which is the park that this race really happens in. So it looks like actually did it on course, which is really cool. Look at that sunrise. Wow. Man, I'm missing being out there this evening. We would be gearing up right now, 6:40. We'd probably be sending off our first wave here in like 18 minutes.
Yep.
It would be a hot one for sure.
Oh my gosh. It's a short loop though.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. He's got all the food on all of the different challenges. That's great.
Nice.
Wow, looks like people are getting out all over the place, all over the state here. Let's see if we got some stories to share. These are always fun. Oh my God.
The sound is always so
That'll get us claimed on YouTube. All right, we're getting all the copyrighted music going here. This is great. I'm just going to turn the sound off. Everyone's got music going. That's great.
We gave them that soundtrack, and they're all got music on their brains.
Sweet. D in the Desert, my longest trail race in the books, 20K and 1,200 feet of climb.
Nice. Congrats. That's cool. Where was this? Does it say? No.
Turning back up, Noah. I don't know if you were saying anything there. Cool.
All right. Nobody came on.
No one is here. It's just us. Do you have the YouTube comments pulled up at all?
Chris says he's dialed in. I don't know what that means. I don't have.
Oh, here we go. Chris is trying to join in here. I guess he's been sitting in there forever. There he is. I'm going to try and get the other stream working. You guys can take it from here for a second.
What's up, man?
How's it going, guys?
Good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. It's good to see you, Noah. I see you're enjoying a fish show, it looks like.
Or missing fish.
Missing all sorts of concerts. Did you see that some bands are starting to do like drive-in concerts?
Yeah. Yeah. The Spafford did that, a local band, a couple weeks ago, and we were going to go. It was like $100 a car, which is a lot, but it sold out in like 1 minute. And I was like, all right, well.
Yeah, people are just craving that kind of in-person interaction. I mean, to see live music is kind of living the dream right now. So
yeah, they I'm sure you saw the pictures online too. Somebody like in Newcastle over in the UK, I think that's where they had like socially distanced platforms. So everybody got their own platform that was like 3 feet off the ground, like railings, get your own chairs in it, and you just lined up all the way to the stage. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, it's causing people to get more clever and more creative with their presentations, just because there's definitely a want, and artists and performers are having to balance the notion of trying to adhere to local, state, regional mandates versus people want to see their favorite bands. It's kind of corollary to what Aravaipa is experiencing now, and that you want to exercise as much responsibility and adhere to local policy as much as possible, but at the same time, man, people want to race. People miss the camaraderie. I miss it so much. I mean, I didn't take but one extra day off over the course of the summer, and yet I found ways to make it to Silverton for the races and to Tushers for the races just because I wanted to be near it.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, people are, and like you said, they're getting creative ways to make it happen where people aren't just like, people aren't doing it, foolishly. Show that you're going to put the hard work in beforehand and people will come,
So what have you guys covered? For those watching, Noah had said, can you dial in 7 p.m.? And I saw that I had gotten an invite, and I went to go and check YouTube, and I was like, oh man, these guys have been going for a while. So I'm sorry that if you guys were waiting on me for a little bit.
We were.
I love how Jamil just kind of just up and goes, and obviously we can see that he's been dining on some Freak Brothers pizza, and
I think he was trying to get we had the running feed going where you could watch the course, and it stopped working, so he might be trying to get that. One thing I was talking about earlier was we were talking about the Every Damn Street or Every Damn Trail.
Yeah.
And you completed your zip code, right? Or pretty close.
No, I completed it. It was something that was done before, and it was actually inspired by Jamil telling me the story about Ricky Gates. And so I decided to do every street in my zip code, and coming from home, rather than going and parking and trying to go from a certain point. So living on one end of the zip code, made it so there came a point where to actually cover new territory, I was already going out for 6-7 miles before I actually hit new territory. But it was a very, very slow shuffle. Not a lot of full blown running, a lot of walking. A lot of just kind of getting to know the area. I live in a very interesting area. It's I live in South Scottsdale, and there's a lot of it's the original Scottsdale area as far as the urban planning. So a lot of unique neighborhoods and a lot of charming 50s style atomic ranches and things of that nature. So
and you're Sorry. So how many miles do you think that was? Because I know it's harder to judge because you were starting at the same start and finish point, like 90 or less than that.
I think, Julie asked me about this, and I feel if I was efficient, I could have gotten it done in 80 to 100 miles. Uh, as I wasn't, it probably took me well over, 200. I think I had told her originally 200. I think it probably was closer to 3, just because of the out and backs in certain areas. Like, for instance, there was one point when I thought I was done, and I literally had missed what amounts to about a block and a half, and it was 3 miles away. So I had to run 3 miles out, run that little block and a half, and then run back. So.
And what were you using for a tracking? Were you just using the heat map on Strava?
Yeah, and now I've kind of enjoyed this whole, the Strava heat map has kind of become my own personal coloring book. I like doing what I can to, first of all, fill in the blue, and then if I get more time and the ability to do it, I try and fill in the red as well, or turn the blue into red. So if you look at my Strava heat map, it is a little bit comical. You can tell, I've covered a huge section of the valley, just because after I got done with my zip code, I actually moved on to the next one. I kind of lost interest about, I don't know, a month in, and about, covering about a third of it. But yeah, you can see that I definitely, what it did is it inspired me to create a lot more variance in my runs. I very rarely run the same loop twice. I might run a couple of the same little areas, but I try and mix it up all the time now.
Right. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Hey, Jamil.
How's it going?
It's going great. It's going great.
Sweet.
I went out for a nice little exploratory jog today at Hawes. I'd never actually, even though I'd been out there with our Aravaipa group runs, I had never gone further than a mile or so out. The times I'd gone there, I believe that my son was with me, and it just got to be a little bit too much for him. I think it was pretty hot. We were out there in the summer most of the time. And so I had never really done a full loop. I think I did like a 4.5, 5 mile loop of the area, and it was pretty beautiful out there.
Yeah, it's a nice area for sure. I was telling Noah, I just went out to the Hasayampa River Preserve today, which is a newer regional park. It's became part of the park system in 2017. It's right by Wickenburg.
Okay.
They only have like 3 miles of trail, but it was kind of cool. I was able to run literally the entire park in less than an hour.
Just kind of run every trail was covered for that one.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, all right, I'm going to try and run a whole park. All right, this is the easiest one. It's 3 miles and done. It was pretty cool. It's like you're almost completely under the trees the entire time. It's like a little riparian area. There's a flowing creek, believe it or not. It's still has nice, cool water in it. I saw a deer, and this is all like it's like an hour drive from downtown Phoenix, still in the desert. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
They're only open, I think, Thursday through Sunday from 7 a.m. till 4 p.m. and you have to be off the trails by 3:30 in the afternoon. So I think I got off at 3:28 just in time.
Would they lock you in, or?
Yeah, I think so. They send the sheriff after you, I think.
So it's like the Scottsdale preserves if you end up
exactly
there now.
Got to call the cops to get you out. There's a lot of chatter in the chat room, I feel like, going on. I'm trying to catch up with what's going on. I think people are talking about the 150-mile bike ride that someone did in 6 hours. And then there's some people that are going after some fast times, it looks like.
So, excuse me, there was a question from Chuck asking an update on Courtney. I know that you were obviously up in Colorado. I don't know, have we heard anything with regard to her? Is she feeling okay, recovering?
Yeah, she's I think she's back at home in Golden right now. I haven't heard a whole lot, honestly, so I don't want to speculate too much, but yeah, she ended up in the hospital after her crew took her there outside in Leadville. So she spent some time there. She had just some breathing problems and low blood oxygen levels. So they wanted to hold her overnight and make sure that she was back up to some healthy levels before releasing her. So, and then of course, you know, you don't want to stay up at 10,000 feet if you don't have to, if you're having breathing issues. So she went down to Golden, and I think she's just, yeah, hanging out, recovering. So I think she's going to be fine. Oh, we got Nate in the chat room. I want to do Cocodona right there. Boom. Love it.
I'm here for that.
He says he's going to wait till the last minute on Cocodona.
To register or to finish? I figure
I don't know. Maybe both, possibly. Yeah. That's funny. And then we got some people talking about ATY strategies, it looks like run walk strategies. Either of you guys have anything on that? Noah, have you ever participated in ATY?
Not really, no. I've run out there, but I've never done any amount of time or days. People like that run walk thing. I've heard it's successful. I've never done that.
I've done something like that. I tried to do that for, I guess, the second time I did across the years. I employed a run walk strategy that was somewhat successful. The very first time I went, I just ran how I felt and I completely blew up. And I think I slept 8 hours and didn't reach my goal. My goal was 100 miles. And yeah, my brother and I, we decided our goal was to hit between 4 and 5 miles each hour. Cause I think you have to do slightly more than 4 miles in an hour to hit 124. So I think we did 5 miles the first hour, then 4 miles the next hour, then 5. So we would jog or run until we hit 4, whatever it is. Maybe say it's 5 miles in the first hour, we would run, and then we would walk out the rest of the hour. But then any mileage we walked would count towards the next hour's goal. So once we hit the combined 9 miles in hour 2, we would just walk it out. And after, I forget, 5, 6, 7 hours, we would only have to maybe run for 10 minutes, the first mile, and then we would hit our mileage goal and we would just walk for 45, 50 minutes. We would eat. We were sort of basically walking the majority of the race, but we had built up this nice buffer and we ended up hitting 100 miles in 23 hours and 40 minutes or something. So
that's how I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it can work for sure.
Yeah, that's actually, I see that Chuck's goal is 48. He's doing 48 hours shooting for 101. That's exactly what I did at my first A2. I did 101 miles and 48. And I employed actually a lot of the strategy that you were talking about in terms of, basically trying to run, in my case, it was run 4 miles and then walk the rest for that hour. And you find that you bank it really quickly, fairly early on. And, in your case, like you said, you were able to walk and actually take hours where you were genuinely able to kind of rest up. Now, when I was doing it, I was not trying to shoot for 100 miles in 24. I was just trying to shoot for 148. So what I did is I believe that I stopped at about 62, 63 miles, knowing that I could come back the next day and actually, kind of take it easy. And I did. I totally took it easy. My son was out there, so I did some miles with him, and I still finished, I want to say, at about 1 a.m. So I still had 8 hours to go. But at that point I had reached my goal. So I was pretty content with just walking away at 101 miles, because that course will get to you. You don't realize it. And I've seen many a very talented runner go out and, they're able to drop down comfortably, 8:39 minute loops, for the course. And because it's flat, I mean, it's, other than quote the hill on the backside, that's maybe a 3-foot climb. They don't realize that the trick with that is that you're dealing with a situation where every step is the same. Every step compounds what you're, if you have little aches that become big aches in a hurry because you don't have that undulation that you get in a normal trail race. So across the years is a little bit tricky. And every, track or looped 100 miler, the Nardini Manor events that we have out here are the same way. And so more people tend to there tend to be a lot of people that can hit 100 miles in 24 hours, and and they do very well. But there are just as many who set out to do it that don't realize that and they'll get 50 or 60 miles in, well under pace, but then all of a sudden they've just completely lost interest in doing it because it's a different kind of pain.
We had John Moroshik here in the chat room chiming in. When I ran the 48 hour at Across the Years a few years back, I did an 8-minute run, then 2-minute walk strategy, and that helped me get to 185 miles. So that's impressive.
I wonder how many 8-minute miles he did. That's pretty fast.
Oh yeah, like how fast was he running when he was running?
No, I mean, if you're doing didn't he say 8-minute mile?
Well, no, he was running for 8 minutes and then walking. Well, actually it says I did 8-minute run, 2-mile walk. I guess that doesn't make sense. Or is it 2-minute walk? Maybe he can clarify.
With John, you never know.
Yeah, I imagine it would be 8-minute run, 2-minute walk, but
that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
Although Aiden, if he stayed up the entire time, I guess that might get him there. As long as he didn't sleep very much. I mean, when you're powered by Tecate and McNuggets, the way John is, your body can do amazing things.
Hey, that's impressive though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. His numbers across the years have been staggering over the years. I mean, he did 185 in 2 days. There was that year, was it 2 years ago, where he did 440 some odd?
Yeah.
In 6.
Yeah. 8 minutes on, 2 minutes off. That's all it takes right there.
Oh, it was 2-minute walk.
I can't hear Jamil. Can you?
I can't either.
Sorry, I muted myself while I was eating. I was trying to save you guys from the food noise. John says, pace-wise, I made certain that I never ran faster than 10-minute pace.
Okay.
And he does confirm that it's a 8-minute run, 2-minute walk.
Right.
Yeah, John's a machine. He's gotten so good at these fixed time events, whether they be the Across the Years multi-days or the Nardini Manor events. I mean, he's worked himself into, an excellent runner in that regard. I mean, he's covering now, I think, 120 miles in 24 hours is his best. I mean, he's doing a great job of it. And, for someone who's really only been doing that format for a couple years and starting it in his, late 40s, early 50s, that's really impressive.
Super consistent.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Let us know if you guys in the live stream have any other questions for us. We'd love to answer them here. Or if anyone else wants to jump in, please contact us or comment, and we'll let you jump in the chat room here with us. Probably hang out for a bit longer here tonight. Just if you are tuning in, we do have our first in-person Insomniac series race of the year coming up in 2 weeks at Sinister. So that's out at Santan Mountain Regional Park. We do have some, I guess, pretty strict guidelines on that. They're allowing us to hold the race as long as we keep no more than 50 people on course at one time. So we've got some weird start times and distances and capacity limits that we have to abide by. So I think a lot of the slots are already full for some of the more popular times and distances. I think the 50K is already at capacity and has a nice wait list going. But there's quite a few. If you don't mind running at 2 a.m. and doing an 18K, I think some of those slots are still available. We've also got some Sunday night slots available. And if you want to come and ride with us as well, we got plenty of room in the mountain bike race on Friday night. If you want to give it a shot, we've got a 7-mile distance that is approachable for almost anyone. So you can, I'm sure, rent a mountain bike from Santan Bikes nearby and come on out and give it a shot. Graham Felsenthal, who, as you guys know, has been doing all of the Dawnbreaker. I'm really hoping the virtual component works out for across the globe, across the years. Yes. So we will be having a huge end of the year 10-day race. So keep an eye out for that. We're going to be working on our, not only having, I think we're going to have a multiple day live stream going. We're also going to have a really good results system, hopefully, where like we can see where people are at in any given time. And hopefully if you have a winter break going on that time of year, you guys can put down a lot of miles and really compete. It'd be interesting, I guess, for flip side, for people that are not in, I guess, warmer climates that time of year. People be running in the snow or in the dark a lot. So yeah.
One of the things also actually that Chuck had asked about across the years, dress for all elements. It gets cold out there some nights, like cold. So if you plan on running through the night, you definitely want to have some extra layers, because it gets, maybe it might say the lows are 30 35 degrees, but it feels a lot colder. And that area just seems to actually have lower temperatures, kind of being an open area like that. You get a little bit more wind, and there'll be times where you're feeling it pretty bad. So
Well, it rains a lot too, right? Don't you usually get some sort of rain?
some years.
I know this past year.
I mean, yeah, in the course of 10 days, you're going to hopefully see some rain. Definitely.
Have you done what? One of the things about across the years that's kind of cool is that your bib number is permanent, and it corresponds to the what number you were to enter the race. I think I'm like number 2000, give or take. What's your bib number, Jamil?
I think it's 455.
And so that was from about
2005.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that it's actually jumped up a lot, because I know that it's gone from 2000 to 3000 plus in a couple of years. But it always cracks me up to see some of the quote lifers that are out there, and seeing double digit bib numbers, or low triple digit numbers, knowing that those people have been out there for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, the first year was 1983, and we'll still get double digit numbers coming out, even up until this last year. Yeah, I know, like Gary Cross, and there's some others that have low bib numbers. It's kind of scary. There's not too many that show up that have a smaller number than me anymore. It makes me feel pretty old.
Well, you started much younger than a lot of them too.
Yeah.
That's one of the cool things about across the years, actually, is that it's a different category of runner than a lot of our other events that we have here in the Valley, a lot of the other Air Viper races, because some of those runners come from around the country, around the world, and they've been around a long time. And a lot of ultra runners with amazing resumes are on the course with you. I mean, was it 2 years ago? Ann Trayson was out there, and she wasn't, tearing up the course, but she logged a couple hundred miles and had a smile on her face the entire time. That was actually one of the coolest things that I've ever seen out there, was seeing Ann Trayson, living legend, arguably the greatest female ultra runner of all time, just out there, kind of sauntering through the course for, several days. It was, I know that several people were so excited. And then there are other, runners that have been out there. John Giesler obviously is, has dozens of high-end finishes. The Jester is out there most years. It's one of those events where you can log miles with legends and share that, they've all got amazing stories to tell. And that's one of the things I absolutely love about across the years.
Yeah, it's cool. We got some more comments in the chat room. Graham, I'm impressed with the amount of work you've had to do for scheduling of the Sinister night runs, and how long you'll all have to be out there for all the waves to go. Yeah, I mean, we're truly going to be living the Insomniac lifestyle for that weekend. We'll be out there. Yeah, the first night, the bike races, I think will go till like maybe 1 a.m. for this one. And then we'll turn around, and the Saturday is going to be a long one. I think we got people from about 6 or 7 p.m. until 6 or 7 in the morning because we added some early morning waves. So we've got people coming back at 4 to 5 a.m. to do their night race before the sun comes up, or like right as it's coming up, that'll be kind of a first for us. And then again Sunday night. But yeah, it's just we're trying to get creative and survive out here like anyone else. And it's gonna be really nice to have people back out running the true trails. I know for sure. Chuck, talking more about across the years, I understand the temperatures dip below freezing at night. It's rare, but it does happen. We'll have like sometimes frost on the roofs of the tents in the mornings, like thawing out as the sun's coming up. Graham is also asking, Jamil, if you're going to be putting on a helitrack race, which yes, we are. We will have some helitrack meets. What are the dimensions of the helitrack so I can map one out in my driveway? So it's just over 25 meters is the loop. And it's a 30-foot by 30-foot square that it's built upon. So kind of go from there, but 30 by 30 is the general dimensions of the pad. Chuck says, I've been watching the YouTube videos from 2016 and 2018 for across the years. One year you had Bib 15 on the course. Not sure who that is, but yep, we've seen some low ones out there. Some of the legends have 4,000 miles logged for lifetime mileage, which is awesome. Lisa Lee, welcome. She's just checking in, says hello, Aravaipa peeps.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey,
that reminds me, logging the miles at across the years. I have a project that I keep telling myself I want to do. I want to tally all of the Nardini miles and see. I guess since the return to Nardini a couple of years ago, I'd like to see who's out there. I've got some guesses as to who's probably leading the mileage out there. I would assume it'd be John Marischak or Jordan Camastro because they seem to be at every event and on the podium. But I think that'll be a fun little project if I can actually make an extra few minutes to do it.
Lifetime Nardini, that'd be sweet. I think we have. I'm not sure if you know this, Noah. Has Jeffrey Foote hit 100 Aravaipa races yet?
Ooh, we were talking about that this past spring, weren't we, Chris?
Yeah,
he's number one though, for sure. Right? He passed Mike.
Yeah, there's only a handful of people that have run more Aravaipa races. This became a beer garden conversation one night about a year and a half ago, and I think that Jeff Foote he's got to be close. He's definitely above 90. I want to say he's probably in the mid 90s, and he runs everything. And he's recently developed an affinity for the shorter distances, so he's double dipping and doubling down when there's multiple events too. So he, for those that aren't familiar, Jeff, has run over 100 ultras, but now he'll come in and he'll run a 10K and then come and hang out in the beer garden. And he's like, man, that's fun.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm not the last person done. I don't have a cold pizza and, the beer garden's still open. He talks about how great it is. So, yeah, right. Jeff has got to be up there. I know that, Michael Miller is somewhere around 90. I want to say Rich McKnight has got to be around 80, and Marty Mickelson is above 75 as well. Those are the
wow.
Yeah.
We should develop a ranking like on our website. Most definitely. This sounds like a good project, at least like keep track of the top 10 maybe. But the reason I say it is because I just saw that Jeffrey Foote signed up for 2 of the Sinister runs next weekend. I think it was like a 9K at like 9 p.m. and then he jumped into, I think, the 18K at 2 a.m. So he's probably getting near that 100-mile mark. We have to add it up. And then Andre Lee in the chat rooms here says, I'm coming for you, Jeffrey.
Yeah, he runs a lot with us too. He's got to be up there.
Andre's I want to say he's between 55 and 65. He's actually just a little bit behind me. I'm somewhere around 70. So yeah, we went through and started counting and tallying, and this is counting finishes, not just starts. If it were starts, then I would, with all of my details, I'd be about,
you'd have like 30 more.
Something like that. But
really?
Oh yeah, I've DNF'd at least a dozen races. So,
I mean, you guys were just counting finishes. That's interesting.
yeah. Well, I mean, it was, we started looking at different ways to count it: starts, finishes, total miles, which at that point, Jeff is, way beyond, because he's, at one point was, doing every single ultra distance.
Yeah, I think Jeff was supposed to run Badwater this summer.
Yeah, he was. That would have been his second or third time.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so maybe he'll get to 100, because I feel like at Mesquite he was saying he was around 96 or 97 or something. I think it was pretty high, but could be wrong.
Yeah, we need to do that. We better do that math before next weekend.
Yeah, he's got to be getting very close if he's not there.
I guess the party stream in 2 weeks is going to be really fun, because we're going to have a live feed from the race itself this year. So we kind of dreaming about that by having a live component. And that's why we kind of have this little runner guy out here on the course, but we'll actually be able to show you what's really happening out there, which will be really fun, live streaming from the event itself.
Is that the Santan course?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. So I think the plan is to still broadcast, like, quote unquote, from the studio. We'll have the main feed here, whether that's me or Noah who's leading that one. And then we'll have a component of a live feed from the race, maybe even checking in with someone out there that's actually live in person. Maybe one of us will be out at the park, and then just watching some of the starts going off will be really cool.
Well, that reminds me, I'm actually registered for the 54K, and that's just not happening. So if you need me for anything on that, just let me know. So
Sweet.
I do need to actually let Julie know that I'm going to be dropping.
If you're already in it, that's going to be a hot commodity for someone. I think it's full, and there's like 15 people on the wait list. We only have 20 spots. So I don't know. We might have to, if we have so many people interested, we might have to pull it out and do another 54K on Sunday night, possibly.
Oh, somebody, asking about most races worked.
Oh, my mom, maybe.
That actually would be kind of cool to see who is
or
most
myself,
races,
possibly.
Most races volunteered at. That would actually be kind of cool.
Andre, possibly. He's already calling it.
Oh, is Andre literally next on the list?
What's that?
Is he literally next on the list? That's fantastic.
He says that, probably. I mean, he volunteers, I think, at almost every race, and also runs them. So, Chuck, anyone made it to the East Coast and run the JFK 50 mile? That is one of the most beautiful courses in Maryland. I haven't yet, and that's kind of embarrassing, because I kind of pride myself on saying that I've done a lot of the classic races in the US, and I have not run JFK. So I should probably fix that here pretty quick. I definitely don't give the Beast Coast enough of my attention, I think, as a runner. That's for sure.
A lot of cool courses out there. It's hard to get to them all.
Yeah. Noah, you had a cool one that you did this summer.
Yeah, I did. That wasn't a race, but yeah, that was pretty amazing for sure.
Well, it's hard to get away. I mean, I know that there are absolutely amazing courses all over the country, all over the world. I mean, I've seen some of the stuff that you've run, Jamil, in Hong Kong and Andorra, and, UTMB, Noah. And, those are, some of the most amazing places you could ever hope to run. But we're really fortunate here, too. So I feel very blessed in the fact that we can, here in the American Southwest, we've got, desert trails, mountain trails, and we get to do all sorts of amazing courses. So it's tough for me anyways, to say, okay, I'm going to set aside, a few days to go out East and run a race, or even I'm from the Midwest and I would love to run a course that's, more dirt and flat and, more rolling hills as opposed to mountains, just to see what I could do.
All right. Looks like Fred Ultra here in the chat. Are you there, Fred? Looks like you're at work.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
All right. I'm out here working, man, trying to get out of here.
Awesome stuff. you want us to give you a couple minutes, or do you?
Oh,
Are
that's
you
good. I'll be here for a while, so it's okay.
cool? Well, thanks for tuning in. We love all your sharing all your photos from participating in the night runs all summer. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of share this with real quick. So it all began when they canceled the Crown King Scramble. So when you guys canceled that, I was so bummed out, and I was like, man, I was training I was training January, February for Crown King. That's gonna be my first ultra. So then you guys released that our Vipi, the strong. So I kind of just took off from there, and that's what I told other people, like, hey, you became a virtual runner. I'm like, well, yeah, look at this pandemic. You got to do something. So I don't know. That just changed because I changed my life, man. I was running before that, but a lot of people are like, dude, you're running more now when things are rough. And so I just started registering and just, I did the limitless. I done them all, since they all came out. And I recently just bought a house about a month ago. So I got all my things all over my kitchen, and people come over like, what is this? I'm like, dude, this pandemic made me a virtual runner. So it's been really a great experience, man. I've been sharing it, and people follow me, and they're like, dude, this is pretty cool. You're out there, you're running, and I'm working, I'm working a lot. I'm really busy. So it's been a beautiful experience, being part of this. And at least me, it changed my life. It touched my heart, man. And I signed up for this week, and I'm hoping to do my ultra tomorrow, the 32 miles. I'm planning on waking up at 2 a.m. so I could be done around 8 a.m. or so. And then the following one is that other challenge we got coming. And then I signed up already for the live event you guys are having over at, what is it, Santan Valley, Queen Creek.
Yep.
So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, man. It's been one heck of a journey. I know it's been a rough year, but I've been trying to just tough it out and learn and just better my health and all that.
That's awesome to hear. Yeah, we saw all those awards lined up. That was super cool to see that. We appreciate the support for sure, and glad you've been getting something out of it so far this year. And yeah, crossing the fingers on Crown King. There might be a light at the end of that tunnel. Hopefully, we're hoping to get something off the ground on that one.
Okay. Yeah, that was I don't know, I was just bummed out that week, and they're like, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't know, man. I signed up for my first ultra. I ran 3 full marathons already. So, and then you guys released this. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna do the 100-mile challenge. So I end up doing the 100 miles in 7 days. And that was a major accomplishment for me. I went and ran over Usery Mountain, and I had an accident. I fell off a summit. I slipped off, and so I didn't run for 2 days. And on my third day, I was like, dude, I gotta finish this challenge. And I don't want to do it in 10 days. I want to do it in 7 days. So I ran 2 half marathons, a full marathon, and within 2-3 days. So I was just waking up, running a half, got home from work, ran another half, woke up, did a full marathon, went to work, got home, did a half marathon, and I made up all my mileage.
Wow.
So I was like, this is crazy. And then my knees were hurting because I had just fallen off and stuff like that. And but yeah, man, to me, I mean, it's not just running. It's not just our vibe. I think it's a culture, it's a community. It's a lot more to it. A lot of people see it just like, oh, it's just a virtual run. It's just a race bib or just a medal. It depends on how you see it. And so yeah, I thank you guys for your amazing company. Like I said, it's everybody does it for different reasons. Like I said, right now I'm working 10-12 hours a day and still trying to make time and make it happen. So yeah, thank you guys for having me here today and being able to talk to you guys and kind of just express myself, so you guys know who I am and all that.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. Super cool. I just one couple questions. Thank you for jumping on, man. Even at work, sorry about that, but it has been cool to see you. It's good you share all your stuff on social media with us and stuff. So congrats on that. And 100 miles in 7 days is stout. I've never done that in a training week, so it's pretty great. But my question is, have you done your ultra yet? or are you waiting?
I did the one from this week I haven't, that should be tomorrow. I did the 20 miler yesterday, and but I did the what challenge was it on June? What did we have in June? Which one was it?
Hypnosis?
Yeah, I did the hypnosis. Oh, the one before that.
Adrenaline. That was in May. That
Yeah,
one?
so I did the ultra on that one.
Oh, okay.
And,
Okay.
and then I did the whole buckle, and then in June I signed up for the other buckle, but then so on mile 20 I think I overheated, so I wasn't able to finish the entire ultra. That I did it at Skyline Regional Park. I
Okay.
think you guys been there before, and so it was hot already, and I was attempting my second ultra, and mile 20 my body just started feeling nasty. So it's whether I continue this or risk being out there on my own. And if it was an actual race it'd be different, of course, because you got the aid stations and you got all kind of stuff and you have people, but you're out there trying to do an ultra by yourself. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. So a lot of my friends tell me, dude, what you're doing it's different. It's hard because this is not an actual life race where you have support. People are cheering you on. You're out there trying to, do an ultra by yourself, but just alone. So I think that's why I do it, because it's just so challenging, So tonight I'm planning on doing it, like I said, 2-3 in the morning. Hopefully I get off at a decent time. I live in El Mirage, so I was starting El Mirage and Cactus Road and run all the way to White Tanks and back. So that would be 16 miles one way and 16 miles back. So I have all my gear, everything ready to go. So hopefully I get out here soon, grab something to eat real quick and just call it a night, and then wake up early and smash that. So that's the plan. That's to go, man.
Is that on part of the Maricopa Trail out that way?
I think that's because the White Tanks are connected to Skyline.
Yeah.
It's over by Buckeye.
Cool.
I think I seen Corey. He's been out there before. I think he done a race over there before. So yeah, eventually, I don't know. There's a way that connects the trail that connects White Tanks to Skyline. That would be pretty interesting to see that, an actual run or race. But yeah, it's beautiful, man.
Nice. That's awesome. Well, good luck with that. We'll be looking out for you, and good luck on your ultra in the morning.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Like I said, I just kind of play, by ear on my schedule, because I'm a supervisor at the post office. So I have a crazy schedule, but at the same time, I have a passion for trail running and being an ultra runner. So like I said, I keep signing up for these challenges. My goal is to finish all 5 distances and do all that. So if I don't do a distance, I won't be bummed out, because obviously I have a job and stuff like that. But for the most part, like I said, tomorrow's my plan to run it. So hopefully I could make it happen and, to get off at a decent time. But yeah, I'm actually, I'm excited for the life race in 2 weeks. So that's
Which one are you doing there? Which one are you signed up for?
At the 27K on Sunday.
Nice.
So it's 27K just because of my schedule. So it was like pretty soon. So I wasn't able to do that was it 54K, 52K on Saturday. I would have loved to do that one, but I got to work Saturday. So I was like, what's the second biggest one? It's probably that 19, 20 miler. So I'm really pumped up for that one. So yeah, I'm really excited for that race. Is it really limited, the crowd you guys are having?
Oh, limited in terms of the number of people?
Yeah.
Yeah, like just 50 people on course at one time. So yeah, it's like the more people we have in the longer distances, the less we can have in everything else. So
right.
Kind of interesting, but yeah, it kind of opens up that Sunday night option for us. We kind of have to go longer ourselves, and yeah, keep the event going longer to accommodate more people. So.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've been emailing our bipod, see if there's going to be anything live, because I know you guys were out of state a couple of weeks ago, right?
Yeah, we've been working behind the scenes with Maricopa County, and it's been tough for sure. A lot of different agencies, they're all different. So this is our first one in Arizona, and hopefully it opens the door for some more events soon. Thankfully, with running, as it's outdoors. So I think it's less of a risk than, an indoor type of an event going on.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. No, well, thank you guys. I got to get going and finish
Sounds
up. I just want
good.
to jump in real quick and say hi to you guys. So thank you for having me here today. But yeah, I'll keep sharing it. Hopefully I can meet you guys, in 2 weeks, meet you guys in person and stuff like that. So, but thank you guys for everything. You guys definitely changed my life. Yeah. I mean, I know it's tough out there and it's rough, but, I've used this really to, push me forward and, it's more like a reason to wake up and do something rather than just running. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm just going to go for a run. Well, you got to have a purpose behind it. Me is like, dude, I'm signed up for for 54, 52K. Like I got to go run, but then you enjoy it and you go find trails and you find mountains and you find all this stuff. So, and you have the gear, I got the hats and I order all the stuff because it's just really, it's all part of it. But yeah, well, thank you guys. I gotta, head out of here.
Sounds good. Thanks so much, Fred.
Good
Have
luck.
a great run, Fred.
All right. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Cool. And if you guys want to find Fred and see his journey, you can find him on Instagram, Fred_ultra. His full name, Alfredo Martinez. So go check him out, follow him. He's an ultra runner. He's a DJ, USPS supervisor. So looking forward to seeing him at the in-person race coming up at Sinister.
Very cool. Glad to see some people are running more during the pandemic.
Yeah, it seems like it's really cool to hear that. It's like, it feels like why we do it, It's awesome.
Yeah, that's true.
Some of us just have nothing else to do.
He looks like a busy guy. Looks like he's working some long hours there at the post office and then he's fitting in 2 a.m. 50Ks. Pretty sweet.
Right? No excuses from that guy, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. You guys have much else to share this evening?
Covered it all, right? That's good.
I think so. I did have people that were asking about the Mogollon Monster, and I was like, all I can tell you is just stay tuned. And then they said, no, I thought I saw the Mogollon Monster on the light rail the other day. And I said, really? Yeah. So apparently we should be on the lookout on Instagram. Maybe the Mogollon Monster is going to come to town to visit, and maybe there'll be some pictures up here real soon. At least that's what I hear.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the race, but you're talking about the actual monster.
Could be both.
Could be both.
I like it. Cool. We'll talk about the race next week.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have some news. Cool. Well, I guess that kind of wraps up this party stream. Thanks to Chris Warden and Noah here, and also Fred for jumping on. Hopefully we'll have some more guests in 2 weeks, and that's going to be a fun one. We're going to have some live in-person racing going on as well. So yeah, just as a shout out, if you guys do want to join us, either for the virtual or in person, check out airviperrunning.com. We will have limited spots available. You can see what's left, what's available in terms of start times at ultrasignup.com. Just search for Sinister Night Rides, Sinister Night Runs. Plenty of biking spots left. So if you want to jump in on the biking, it's a lot of fun out there. I wish I was racing myself. And let's see, maybe I'll do one of like the midnight 7 mile. I might have to jump in on that. Let's see, we will be back with the party stream in 2 weeks, and yeah, stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for more running content. We've got a lot of videos coming out recently. It seems like we had a bunch of wrap up videos from Lone Mountain. We've got some new virtual races coming out this fall. So Every Damn Street, Every Damn Trail is our next big virtual race that launches September 1st. We're challenging you guys to run your neighborhood, run your local trail system, and join us and stay motivated out there. So if you want to find out about the virtual races, go to airviperrunning.com/virtual, and we'll hopefully see you out there. Yeah, and just as a side note, if you guys have questions about trail running in general, feel free to reach out or comment below.
See you, everybody.
All right.
Yeah.
Catch you later, guys.